I don't know what my hair is doing some days. What are you doing, hair? Let's put a hat on, shall we? Okay, hats fix everything. Hey guys, so it's been a while since we've had like a talk with each other. And specifically really real talks. I started, this was like a series that I wanted to do like last year, and the first one I talked about, which was relationships, and that one I feel like I went back and forth a lot explaining things, and that's kind of how I am. I'm that type of person that explains things really awful. I wanted to do a video talking about anxiety. This is something I've always struggled with for a very long time. As long as I can remember, I've struggled with anxiety, and it all kind of connects within this one issue that I have, which I don't want to talk about in this video. I kind of mostly want to focus on anxiety. Mostly how it starts for me is I overthink a lot, and a lot of negative thoughts build in my head, and then I just feel like I create anxiety for myself, and it's really hard for me to overthink or overanalyze different situations, because I feel like I should expect the worst from things, because if you expect good things to happen and they don't happen, then I feel like it makes you feel more shitty. That's just kind of my thinking in my brain, and the fear of letting people down and people thinking that I'm this terrible person, or is somebody gonna like me or whatever, and I just worry a lot about that as well, which kind of also goes into play with the overthinking. And I didn't really start having anxiety attacks until probably like a year or two ago, is when I started seeing that happen, and that's something even more severe. And it's really hard, because if you're in a situation where you see somebody having an anxiety attack, you don't really know what to do, and there's not really much you can do besides be there for that person. And sometimes too much affection for that person going through that isn't always the greatest thing, but also not showing enough, I don't think, is also a good thing. So you kind of have to find that middle ground, I think, when you're dealing with somebody who's having an anxiety attack. However, if you're the person having the anxiety attack, it's really hard to try to come back, not to reality, I guess is my wording for that, even though that sounds not good. One of the best things I can say that has helped me with my anxiety attacks is the senses thing. I think there's like a special terminology for it, but like, to be aware of your surroundings, and like what do you feel, what's around you, what do you see, what can you touch, smell, etc. And I think that helps, because it makes you realize that you're still here and you're still like alive, because anxiety attacks can be a very scary thing, and they can make you feel like you're almost dying or you're losing control of your body in a way. And it's like a physical and a mental battle that you have. For me, it's scary because it feels like I'm getting suffocated. The last one I had was pretty severe. Like, I had trouble breathing. I shake a lot too when I get really bad anxiety. Like, I shake really bad. I can't sit still. I'll like pace around wherever I am. The brain also feels like it's working on overdrive, at least for me. I know everybody's anxiety is different from where it could start. Some people get anxiety for no reason at all. For me, like, I feel like there's always a reason behind it, even if I don't really realize the reason. A lot of the time, I can get anxiety just by looking at something that I see, based on another person's actions or something like that. Or just like my own thoughts. Like I said, that's kind of where it starts for me. You can take medication for it, I suppose. Like, me personally, I don't take medication for any of my issues, which I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing or a bad thing, because I'm just kind of trying to deal with it. And I've also been going to therapy since December, so, and for that particular reason, I think therapy has helped me a lot because it's helped me realize what to do in those situations of anxiety. I think if you're a person that's suffering through anxiety and you're not seeing a therapist or something, I'd really recommend seeing a therapist. I think it helps them realize and, become more aware of their surroundings and how that anxiety can be triggered or started and how to prevent that. And I feel like it ruins a lot of my relationships with people and my relationships with family and friends. And it's something that I've always hated. I've hated having this anxiety because I get so nervous sometimes, and then I overreact to things by how anxious I get. And then I feel like it just totally throws people off and they're kind of taken back by it and they're like, whoa, stay away from me. Got it. And then it makes me even overthink more and be like, this person hates me, or they don't like me, or they don't really like who I really am because of this anxiety. Luckily, I've just been trying to stay positive daily and remind myself that, everybody I think struggles with anxiety to a certain extent, whether it's not on as much of a scale as you, but still on a certain scale. People get nervous and people get anxious for things, even if they're like big things, little things. And for me, it's just a lot of things make me anxious because I care so much about what people think, and I want people to like me for me. And it's hard because I don't really like myself that much. So I'm sorry to get emotional with this video. But I just wanted to share with you guys, like, my situation with anxiety and how you can get through it. It's an everyday battle, and I'm really not the best with advice and words, but all I can say is if you suffer from anxiety and like having a negative mindset and stuff, just try to be as positive as you can and look around you at the things in your life that are great and the things that you like and the things that are going good, whether it's a couple things or a lot of things. Focus on what makes you happy, and maybe some of that anxiety will go away. But I think one of the most important things is it starts with, like I said, talking to a therapist, because that can help pinpoint what exactly is the trigger for this anxiety. Because I think each time somebody has anxiety, there's always some type of trigger to it. I'm sorry if this video was all over the place. I'm so bad at talking about stuff like this, but I feel like having this video so structured would defeat the purpose of what it's really about. So I just wanted to give you guys like my personal story on anxiety and how I really suffer from it badly, and how to try to work on that. And you're not alone in this situation. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this really real talk. This is the second one now that I've done. This will now be the second one. So yeah, comment me down below and suggest different topics that you'd like me to touch on for these really real talks. Give this video a like, guys, if you like it. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe to more videos, because I will try to be more active on this channel. Or you can watch my really old weird vlogs where I'm really weird. I don't know, my hands are doing these funny things. So anyways, see you guys later. Thank you.